This is 7 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Agnes Durwamp. Hundreds of representatives from the state's oil and gas industry are in Lake Charles today for the Louisiana Oil and Gas Association's 2014 annual meeting. That's where we find KPLC's Jaron Jordan, who just spoke with U.S. Senator Mary Landrieu.
Agnes, there are a number of sessions happening throughout the day today here, in part with the Louisiana Oil and Gas Association's 2014 annual meeting. But one of the highlights of this morning was an address by Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu. Now, just last month, Senator Landrieu became the chair of the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. And today she spent majority of her time telling the state's oil and gas leaders why it's so important that she's advocating on behalf of not only the country or the Gulf region, but specifically this state. Senator Landrieu talked about the Keystone Pipeline and how she sees it as a no-brainer for the benefit of this country, saying that energy infrastructure is a challenge, but it's time to stop waffling around and get to the business of getting it done. Now, Senator Landrieu spoke to a crowd of both Democrats and Republicans, and she pledged her commitment to working across party lines to make the United States an energy powerhouse. Senator Landrieu also addressed the many oil and gas lawsuits of the state and how, in order to move forward, it's time to get some money back from the federal government.
We've sent over $160 billion to the federal government. We need a portion of that back to help us restore our coastline and secure us from the storms that come and help us build our infrastructure. So I'm supporting the Keystone Pipeline. I support the import and exports of gas and oil particularly, and want to support the idea that America should be an energy powerhouse.
Senator Landrieu also had some thoughts on the Ukraine-Russia crisis and how what's happening there is affecting our oil and gas operations. You'll hear more from her on that on later editions of 7 News. Right now, Republican Senator David